The modern definition and present-day application of the term prophecy has drastically changed from the original meaning. In modern terms, prophecy means the foretelling of an event, either in someone's life or on the scale of world events. However, this is not the truest meaning in a biblical sense. Yet in our current culture, with end-of-the-world predictions and self-proclaimed prophets of prosperity or doom, the term prophecy has been misused and has created a mysterious and ominous definition in the minds of most people. However, if we stay with the strict biblical interpretation of the Bible, Revelation chapter 19 says, "The testimony of Jesus is the spirit of prophecy." Prophecy is the revelation of God. It is His heart, mind, and especially His plan of salvation communicated to man. Etymologically, the word prophecy in Hebrew is the word nevah, and when we look at the earlier origins of Hebrew writing known as Paleolithic Hebrew, we see that it is a picture of a seed and a house, meaning the seed inside. Prophecy reveals the seed inside, answering questions like, is the fruit good or bad? Is it an apple tree or a thistle? What will be the final result of that seed? Prophecy was for revealing the nature of a thing before it had reached its full maturity. Therefore, the purpose of a prophet was to reveal what was inside the heart of God, as well as what was inside the heart of man. Primarily, prophecy is God's way of communicating His plan of salvation. This is not only done through language, but through illustrations called types. Types are another name for symbols or parables that tell the story of salvation. To understand prophecy, then, we must understand typology, which is the study of how God communicated the plan of salvation through symbols. Antitype is another word for not symbols. It's when God moves from the mode of symbolizing the process of salvation to actually carrying out the process of salvation in a real and literal time frame. Therefore, the kind of prophetic language that we will first discuss is how God made use of the sacrificial services, the temple services, and even the feast days to communicate God's plan to redeem fallen man from sin, and at last reconcile him to God. This will be the central theme of our discussion, since all prophecy is a revelation of Jesus Christ. To understand this revelation, we must understand the original economy that Christ first established as the medium to communicate His holiness, to help us understand the penalty for sin, as well as demonstrate how He would bear our sins and impute to us His everlasting life. This journey takes us all the way back to the beginning, back to the Garden of Eden, with the promise of redemption given to Adam and Eve when God clothed them with skins before sending them out of paradise. It brings us back to the story of Cain and Abel, where God instituted the sacrificial system and initiated the first prophetic symbols concerning Himself and salvation. Every one of God's prophecies, no matter how seemingly complicated or in-depth, never leave the core theme of God communicating the method, character, and chronology of His salvation. So join us next week as we journey into the Garden of Eden and discover the first salvation prophecy made to man. But first, let's recap on a few things we discussed today. Prophecy is revealing the seed inside. It is revealing the heart of God and the heart of man. Prophecy is primarily the communication of the plan of salvation, foretold in the language of the sacrificial services, sanctuary services, as well as the cycle of the feast. All prophecy never leaves the central theme of describing the method, character, and chronology of God's plan of salvation. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe. And remember, all prophecy is a revelation of Jesus Christ.